Sure. Shall I start my speech?
Yes, you can share your screen.
So, hello everyone. So, here myself, Nandini and Ramya. We both are having 4+ years of experience in Salesforce development, and we are working in the MSC Master. So, today we are going to see about how to integrate QuickBooks with Salesforce, and this is our today's agenda. So, first we are going to see about what is QuickBooks and then its versions and some of its features of QuickBooks, and we do have some advantages and disadvantages here. So, we are going to discuss about that. And then we will be seeing the benefits of integrating QuickBooks with Salesforce. And then we will be seeing a small demo. And at the end of the session, if you have any questions, we will discuss those questions together. So, what is QuickBook? So, QuickBook is a complete accounting software which is a very popular among small and medium-sized businesses because of its great features and easy to use nature of application. Okay, it was launched in 1998 by a California-based company, and it is mainly used to manage sales and expenses and keeping track of day-to-day business transactions, like paying bills and creating invoices and generating reports and all. So first of all, why we should integrate QuickBooks with Salesforce is uh, any organization, like even one organization can use both systems separately, but they have to put a lot of effort to manage those tasks separately. So initially, they face challenges in some tasks like setting up both teams, like sales teams and account teams separately, because the cost of setting up the infrastructure is high. And also, the sales team also have to contact with the accounting for cash management for their customer purpose. So they need to put effort on that area too. And they have to make double effort for preparation of those invoices of accounts that we have created in the Salesforce. So we need to integrate with the Salesforce to help the organization to save money and time by increasing their productivity and to track the product analysis for their betterment and do a better forecast of business direction. So basically, this QuickBooks has two versions. The first one is like QuickBooks Online, and second one is the desktop version. So QuickBooks Online, it is a cloud-based application, so we can use anywhere at any time. So its pricing starts from $30 per month to $200 per month. And then when it comes to desktop, we have to install it locally. The pricing is like starts from $550 per year. And when it comes to QuickBooks Online, we can have up to 20, access for up to 25 users, and we can integrate around 650 apps here. And it's very easy to use. And the invoicing and reporting here is everything is in advanced level. And when it comes to desktop also, the reporting and invoicing is in advanced level, and we can integrate up to 250 apps here. And we have a strong accounting features, and then we can have access for up to 40 users here. So here, like we are having some benefits while using the QuickBooks. Some of the benefits are like we can easily track the income and expenses of a business here. For example, when we are adding an expense in QuickBooks, we are having the option of adding the reference number and permit number. If you have any attachments here, also we can add there, and we can also split the expense into multiple categories to track the income and expenses in an easy way. And also, we can send the invoices, customized invoices to the customers and the codes also. Because QuickBooks offers many ready-to-use invoice templates, and we can also customize our invoice with our business name and necessary details around. And we can sort the receipts, and customer can sort the receipts and reimburse them on time. It will definitely reduce their time. And we can connect multiple bank accounts with this one subscription in QuickBooks. And we can also import data from the Excel spreadsheet here. And QuickBooks is having is offers a mobile app called QuickBooks Online Accounting. So we can use this QuickBooks application from our mobile itself. So this QuickBook has a lot of features, but some of the features is like it's very easy to use because it's having the global search function and the customizable dashboard here, which helps to automate the business process in an easy way. And this QuickBooks um, offers four different plans based on a range of business with the different needs. So we can select from those plans according to our requirement, and we'll be seeing the pricing plans and everything in upcoming slides. And it's very easy to share the information with the accountants. So with the audit trials and the and some other components, we can definitely give access to the accountant also, which are very familiar with. And we can integrate around 750 apps and with the QuickBooks Online and 250 plus apps with the QuickBooks desktop. So integration is very easy here. And customer support. So it has four types of plans, right? So in the advanced level of pricing plan, they provide the 24/7 live chat support and the phone support also, which is very helpful when we have any doubts to clarify anytime with the QuickBooks team. And the cost is from like basic plan, they starts like $30 per month. So the cost is also very affordable when it comes when medium-sized companies want to purchase this subscription here. So we discussed about the cost, right? So here there are four pricing plans which QuickBooks offers. The first one is a simple start. So by its name, it's very simple. Like the the basic pricing plan is like pricing starts from $30 per month. So if we choose the simple start means we can have access for one user and two accounting firms. So it is very helpful to track the income and expenses, and we can sort the income and expenses into the tax categories, and we can run and export the financial reports, and we can sync one sales channel with QuickBooks also. So then essentials it's a little bit advanced when it compared to simple start. So it costs around $60 per month. And when we select the essentials, like we can have access for three users and two accounting firms. And we can manage the bills and we can pay the bills while using this, while we select this pricing plan. And we can sync three sales channels with these QuickBooks also. And then plus, so plus is a little bit more advanced when it compares to essentials and simple start. And this pricing is like $90 per month, and we can have like access for up to five users and two accounting firms, and we can mark the expenses as billable and assign that expense to a customer. So that will be very useful for them to reimburse them or whatever based on the requirement. They can easily identify the billable expenses. And we can sync all sales channel with the QuickBooks, and we can track the project profitability and everything when we choose this plus pricing plan. So advanced is like among these four pricing plan, advanced is the higher tier one, and this costs around $200 per month, and can have it will provide the access for up to 25 users and three accounting firms. So while using like when we choose the advanced plan, right, we can have like a big build customized charts to monitor the financial performances, and we can manage the employee expenses, and we can have the dedicated like access to the dedicated accounting, and by using this pricing plan only we can have the 24/7 phone support and chat support. And exclusive, we can, another thing is like we can have the access for access to integrate DocuSign and HubSpot when we select this advanced level one. So these are the pricing plans. So now QuickBooks is having some disadvantages and advantages. So we'll be seeing the first advantages of using QuickBooks and then the disadvantages. The advantages is like it's very easy to use and learn because the entry level plan itself is providing more than 50 reports to understand. Okay, and then integration is very simple here. So we can integrate around 750 apps here, and we can choose from those apps, and we can use it in our own subscription, and we can easily share the information to the accountant. So it's very accountant friendly also, and we can uh, since like we have having the options called QuickBooks Online, right? So we can access at any from any device itself. If we have if we have internet access from our phone, tablet, we can easily access the QuickBooks application, and it provides the good accounting reports. As I mentioned earlier, um, it gives the 24/7 live chat support and the phone support when we choose the advanced plan. So when it comes to disadvantages, there is a limitation on the number of users. So like for every plan, right, they restrict the users, like the user access. So for simply start, they will provide one user access, and for advanced level, they just give 25 user access. So that's one of the disadvantages. And they built this with a business mindset because when large companies want to use the QuickBook application means the invoice designing tools are very less, and the file size issues also, like limitations and issues are we are having when it comes to number of transactions at all. So these are the disadvantages and the advantages. So that's it from my side. So over to Ramya for upcoming slides.
Yeah, thank you, Nandini. Hello, everyone. Let me share my screen first. I hope everyone see my screen. Please confirm me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, let's discuss the benefits of Salesforce QuickBooks integration. So there are several reasons why we need to integrate QuickBooks with Salesforce. So here are there. First one is customization. So through this integration, it enables you to customize your documents and invoices with the help of templates, tables, graphs as per your requirements. And comes to data security. So when it comes to traditional system, there is always the chances to losing your data. So if anything goes wrong with your technological improvement, you could end up losing that important data. So with Salesforce, you don't need to worry about the loss or theft of your important business data. So this solution stores everything and all your company data are maintained on cloud storage and keep track the data. You could even arrange and monitor invoices based on who they belong to, and we can track each customer's particular needs with the help of Salesforce. And it's budget friendly too. And having same data on different applications, it causes repetition and takes some extra hours work managing the data. And integrating these two platforms, it simply saves your time as well. So next one is we have different ways of integrating QuickBooks with Salesforce. So first one using Salesforce connector. So here QuickBooks offers you the manual method of integration with Salesforce. So it's a tool to exchange data between Salesforce and QuickBook Online Advance. So it's basically pulls Salesforce opportunity into QuickBook Online Advance as a invoices, and it performs import in only one directional. So like from Salesforce to QB, not from QB to Salesforce. And it has some benefits like it's quick and easy way to create document, draft and ready for approval. So we don't need any some specific skills to set up for the integration. So the main con is here, the app is only available in higher subscription plans, and no flexible integration option is there. And it allows syncing only Salesforce opportunity records. So it's not helpful if you need to integrate other objects. And next one, using a REST API. So this method provides flexible opportunities for Salesforce QuickBook integration. So here we can send and receive data in both directional in real time. So this requires obviously REST API knowledge. So the best part here is, so Intuit gives you the API reference for developers to make integration. So here you can access any available object and perform any possible data related operations. And it gives you the real-time integration. So there is other way we have in integrating SF and QB using third-party application like Zapier, so which offers flexible integration opportunity and does not require any specific skills. So also it has its own cons. And next one, so in this demo, I'm going to integrate QB with Salesforce using REST only. So for that, it requires some prerequisites. So first, we need to create QuickBook user account. So you need to go to Google, just search QuickBook online, and you will get this screen like this. So first thing, you need to choose your pricing plan. So let me choose a simple start and continue without payroll. So it asks you to enter your username, like email address, password, and mobile number. So for today's demo, I already set up everything. So after this page, it will ask you to enter business related questions like business name, what kind of business is this? Like, is your business is partnership or non-profit organization? So once you're done with all these questions, the UI will look like this. Let me open my app. So the UI will be look like this. Okay, let's take a quick tour of the QB application. It's getting loaded. So yeah, in experts, if you have any queries in QB, you can reach out QB customer support from here. For 24/7 they are available, but it's only available for higher plan like advanced plan. I'm using simple stat, and we have a bot also. So here you can get help from them immediately using this. Also, this section will show you the frequently asked questions by the users. And also we have a search and settings, and also this is like app exchange. So we can track our apps in one place. So we have, yeah, that's it for this. And in settings, so settings, it's in company, you need to go to the company. So here you can set your logo and give your company name and give your company information here, address, all that. And here we can see our billing subscription plan. So yeah, now I'm using simple start. So by using this, we can upgrade the plan and we can cancel this trial org whenever you want. So next one, the manage user. So if you want to create a new user and give access to them here, and also we do have some other options like create custom field, and you can input data from Excel, and export is also available. So yeah, these are the settings we have in QB. So regarding views, in QuickBooks Online, there are two user views like business view and accountant view. So you can switch between them anytime using these setting. So simply business view means if you're new to accounting, you can go for business view. It simplifies your day-to-day task like sales and billing are easier. And this lets you to do your accounting without learning any complicated accounting terms. And for accounting view, if you have accounting knowledge, so you can use accountant view, obviously. So it uses standard accounting language. So changing this view, it doesn't affect your account data. So you can change whenever you want. So okay, wait, let's go to the navigation part. So here new, it gives you the day-to-day task that you would do when you using QuickBook Online. And excuse me. So yeah, you can customize these menu options. So by default, you are going to have only 10 different icons here. So you can disable and enable which of the items you would like to see. So once you click this customization button here, you can disable and enable here. Okay, let me disable apps, and I want to see banking at the top. So save. So yeah, it's reflected, and also we have bookmark option also there. So for banking services, which means it's used to access banking activities, including check, deposit, credit card charges. So those are the details we can track here. For report, this is the one of the most important menu. So reports tell you about different aspects of your business. So some focus on sales, or other focus on your spending, and some reports looks at part of each. So we have tracked those things here. For sales, it holds your invoicing center and can monitor income over time. For customer and leads is where you set up and track customers and market to customers. And for payroll is where you can manage employees and contractors and track their time and benefits. So those are the details we can track in using payroll option. So yeah, this is about the QuickBook. So next we require Intuit account. So we need to create an Intuit account, a developer account. So why? Because Intuit gives you the authorization details to manage communication between application and the QuickBook. So Intuit API utilize the REST architecture, so you can seamlessly integrate your app with QuickBook, and it's free to use, no cost for API. So just you need to just search the account Intuit account developer in Google. So you will get this page. So I'm using QuickBook credential here. Let me sign in. I already have an account. So, so yeah, once you set up everything, the UI will be look like this. Make sure I'm using QuickBook Online API. So here, so the API Explorer is where you will find references for all QuickBook Online accounting API entities, and it gives you the developer API guide. Using that we can develop the code. So for example, I want to fetch QB account and put it into the Salesforce means API Explorer provides set of attributes and for request body, and each API reference contains relevant field and operations, attributes, and associated values. So it's basically an interactive tool. You can use the sample request to call specific APIs from here. So each API has a reference with has several sections. Like we will have a description section. So this will going to summarize how how it relates to QuickBooks, and we have a sample object with all possible fields and attributes, and also we have a section for each applications each operations like create, query, read, update, etc. So yeah, for integrating any application with QuickBooks, the first step you need to follow is app creation. So in dashboard, just click create an app button. So just need to give your app name and you need to select the scope here. So if you want to access the accounting data, you can go for accounting one. And if you want to access payment data, you can go for the payment scope. So I already have a app. Let me open that. So this app will generate a unique credential so that we can use during that development. So you will use this credential for tasks like authorization and connecting apps to third-party testing tools. So each app has two different set of credentials. So one for live production code and another one for sandbox and testing environments. So remember the client ID and client secret in production section only work for live. So in production, yeah, in production only. So the one is in development section or only for your sandbox companies. So sandbox company means when you create an Intuit developer account, they give you a test company with some sample data for you. So we call this as a sandbox company. Okay, so you can use this sandbox company to test your code. So for that, you in API and docs tools, you can go to here. So by clicking this button, you can create a sandbox company. Either you can create a new one or you can use the existing one. So for this demo, I'm using the existing one. So next one is a redirect URI. So which means, so here you can see the client ID and client secret for this app. So here we can see the redirect URI. So redirect URI is used for authorization. So this is the location where the authorization server sent the user once the app has been successfully authorized and generated any authorization code or access token. So yeah, this is how we need to set up our credentials. So let's get into the Salesforce arc. So first we need to create a remote site setting. So it's basically used to access external website resources from a Salesforce application. So we need to provide a QuickBook callout endpoint here. So next step, I'm going to store a security credential in my in custom metadata, so that I can avoid hard coded in my code. So if you are going to fetch data from a sandbox, so the base URL look like this. So if you are going to fetch data from a production sandbox, then the URL like it starts from HTTP API like that. So yeah, this is about it. And company ID means you will get the company ID here in sandbox. You will get the company ID here. And for minor version, so you can use minor version queries when to access a specific version of an API entity. So that's stable with your app. So using this minor version is basically optional. So you can skip this one. Also, I'm having custom settings, so which has client ID and client secret and auth URL and refresh token. So the this refresh token is going to get the access token and make an actual API call. So access token or work behind the scenes. So it allows the connection between your app and the Intuit server. So access token are valid for 1 hour only. So when it expires, we need to use the latest refresh token. By using this refresh token, we can get the access token. Okay, so if the access token is expired, we will get 401 unauthorized message. So when it comes to a refresh token, so it's valid only for 100 days. So each time you refresh your access token, your app periodically updates the refresh token value as well. So this is for security purpose. And when you get a new refresh token, the previous refresh token value will automatically expire. So we recommend you always store and use the latest refresh token and access token. So why? Because if the refresh token hasn't been used in the last 100 days meaning user hasn't connected to your app and thus no API calls have been made means the refresh token will get expired obviously. So your app access to the QuickBook company will get terminated. So users will need to sign in and authorize your app again. Then only you can make a API call. So let me get the refresh token first. So basically Intuit gives you the playground. So there we can get we can get all the credential which is related to your app. So let me get the refresh token from playground. So once you click this, you need to select your app. I'm going to select my test app sandbox and choose the scope. Okay, let's get token. So yeah, here we can get the refresh token. So let me copy and paste it here. Okay. Okay, it's saved. So now we have all our credentials. So in this demo, my use case is like I'm going to get sales receipt record from QuickBook using get rest method. So that record will get stored as an opportunity in Salesforce. So for post, I'll send account record as a customer to QuickBook. So let me open the developer console. So yeah, this is my class. So first step, you need to authorize your application. For that, I'm going to get the refresh token. So this method will be sent to the this method will get the refresh token. So for that, I'm getting a custom set. Fetching custom setting values here and passing refresh token that I copied from playground now. So I'm just passing the values here and setting some header and body here. So you need to you need to fetch the refresh and access token. So once this callout has been made, the app will get authorized with Salesforce. So the second thing, you need to do an actual callout using this method. So for that, I'm just taking two different dates. So between these dates, whatever receipts are created in QuickBook, I'm going to fetch that from this API call. So just I'm making a query string here and I'm passing that as a URL. So that this URL contains base URL and company ID and query string and minor version. So yeah. So once made this URL, I'll send this URL to send HTTP method. So that method will make an actual call out with the access token. So once the call out is made, we will get a response. So we need to pass that response from QB sales receipt JSON object. So so based on the response value, we need to map that opportunity fields, and I'm doing a DML. So let me test this scenario. For that, first I'm choosing any record from QB. So I need to open Sandbox company because there only I can get a sample data. Okay, go to sales. And sales receipt. So let me take this as a example. Okay, so before this, I don't have any opportunities in my QuickBook. Okay, let's run the class. Okay, hope we'll get the record. Let me refresh the page. Yeah, we got the record. So yeah, you can see the QB ID here, which is the external ID. I mean, this ID will be going to map here, and we are mapping amount. So what is the 10 is, so 10 is mapped here, and payment method for cash. So for reference number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are the fields I'm mapping here. So this is for REST API. So let me go to the post one. So for post, I wrote a different class for better understanding. Here I'm just here also we need to first we need to get we need to authorize your application with QB. So for that, we need to get a refresh token. So this is the same method which we discussed earlier. So same thing. And next one, once we successfully authorized, we need to, I mean, this method will be called. So in this method, I'm going to pass one record ID, an account record ID. So based on the record, it will going to map the customer values. Like we need to map the account record values to the customer um, fields. So once mapping done, I'm passing the customer values to the actual API call. So here I'm making an endpoint URL and setting post method. And as usual, so these are the default setup which we used in the API. So once the API have been made successfully, the record will get stored into QB. So let's discuss this one. I mean, I create a one account record here. So for form, I'm just passing some sample form. And I'm mapping address fields. Let's take any address. So let me save this record. So yorkmail.com. Okay, let's get this ID and make a call. Okay, hope it's successfully executed. Let me check the QB customer. Name is demo. Okay, so it's created here. So what are the values we given in the account record? Those values will get mapped here, as you can see. So yeah, this is about the QB demo. And one more thing, so this Intuit guide will give you the setup, like how we can test this queries in Postman. So I'll show you. Here we can see those steps. So by using these steps, you can create a postman request also, like I already did. So you need to create environment and the collection values and you're good to go. So before the development, it's best practice to do a test in Postman. So yeah, so that's it for the team. So if anyone have any question, so please ask.
Hello, Ramya.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, in Salesforce, you used the custom metadata and custom setting, right, for
Yeah.
storing details.
Credentials.
Okay. Like instead of that, like we can use named credential. We don't need to update, refresh the URL, right, every time.
Yeah, yes, we can do that as well. So I don't get much exposure on the named credential so far.
Because
So
like
that's why
custom
I'm using.
setting, like every time it changes refresh token, we need to update, right?
Yes, right. We can go
Yeah.
for named credential also. Yeah.
In named credential, we don't need to update.
Okay.
Once you log in, it will automatically like update.
Okay. Any other question, team? Does anyone have any questions? Or then we can wind up the call. Thanks, Ramya and Nandini, for your presentation. Thank you, team. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you, team. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.